Hello, today is Wednesday, August 21st, 2024. My name's Daniel Mullany, and behind the camera, again, we have Nico Greina. And today we are going to be filming a video source inspection for a fully remanufactured 270F spin wrench dryer. Our customer is located here in the United States, and their PO number is 1562. Okay, so as I mentioned, we have a 270F spin wrench dryer. In this circumstance, we have a system that is only the chamber itself. We don't have the poly shroud around it. I'll discuss that as we have the system run our cassette and substrates. So here we have 4-inch. We're going to load this with our H-bar in and press start. Okay, so in this circumstance, our customer has some spin wrench dryers, and they needed service on one of their chambers. And so while we were servicing that system, there was downtime that affected their ability to maintain their production line. So they opted to purchase a full backup chamber. So that way, in the event that any of their systems might need service in the future, you can really just plug and play one of these chambers into your double stacks. This is a really great way to maintain your production line and ensure that your uptime is critical and that your product is still going through at the pace that you expect it. One of the worst things that can really happen is a critical piece of equipment like a wet bench is down because you don't have the spin wrench dryer to support it afterwards. And so in this case, as I mentioned, our customer purchased just this backup single chamber system as well as our 102 controller located down below that controls it. So now, if any issues were to happen on any of their double stacks, they can either swap out the controller for service or swap out the chamber itself entirely. And so right now, what our system is doing is it is going into its dry 1 step. So our first step, the rinse, which happened at the beginning, is a quality rinse to wash off any potential residual chemicals that might have come in with the cassette and substrates, as well as maintain a cleanliness in the SRD chamber. Our goal is just to rinse out anything that is required, or that might have tracked in, so the entire system's clean. From there, we're going to go into a purge step where we're going to blow nitrogen through our DI water manifold located right here. And so that way, any residual water that it might have been sitting in the manifold is going to be blasted out. So that way, during the dry process, none of the drips residual in the chamber will pull onto the cassette and substrates and cause any kind of water spotting. From there, we're going to go into our 2-stage dry. Right now, we're in our first stage dry, which is a high RPM dry step. We're going to be here for about 1 to 2 minutes, really kind of physically slinging the majority of the water off of the cassette and substrates. And then we're going to go to a lower RPM dry 2, typically about 500 or 600, and we're going to stay there for maybe 5-6 minutes and let the heating elements complete the dry. Your SRD has 2 main heating elements, which is our N2 heater located on this side with this chamber, as well as a heater blanket located on the bowl side over here. So both of those heater elements are going to give a uniform dry to your cassette and substrates, so that way when the SRD is done, you can move it over to any next process step and be ready to go. All right, everything's looking good with this system right here. I'm coming to the back of the tool as well, and I see it drained out appropriately, no leaks or anything like that. We also haven't had any alarms on our controller, letting us know that we're getting sufficient nitrogen flow to the system in order to run properly. And then as I inspect the back of the system here, everything looks great. We have labeling on our pneumatic valves, our solenoid valves, our filter, our upright positioners, our motor here. So that way, if any of your parts needed replacement in the future, you could easily just take the part number that you see on the component that you're looking to replace and order that from us. And normally we have all those products in stock as well. And that's actually one of the most important parts about what we do here is we want to make your drying experience as easy as possible. So if you have any problems with your spin wrench dryer and you're having any trouble with troubleshooting it, just pick up the phone and give us a call. We have dedicated account managers across the United States that are waiting to talk to you about how they can help you identify what component is causing problems with your spin wrench dryer and how we can fix it. And not only that, but even if you're thinking of an SRD in your fab that's not in the best, it may not be alarming, but is not in the best shape, there is likely preventative steps that we can take right now to prevent you from becoming going into a down situation. A good example would be if you have high vibration on one of your spin rinse dryers, it's probably time that we rebalance the rotor or swap out the motor isolators. If you see cracking on any of your windows, there's a good chance that we could have a elevated particle count going onto your cassette and substrates. There's a whole variety of other issues that could be happening because, let's be frank, your spin rinse dryers have been operating for maybe 15 years without any service. And that's okay, but we want to get proactive about that now so that way we can prevent that unexpected downtime from occurring and causing you problems. All right, now I'm going to take a look into the chamber here where I'm just inspecting to see how the chamber is drying, and it looks almost completely dry just from the outside right now, so I can already tell that this process is going to finish correctly. And after about another 35 seconds or so, we'll be able to inspect the product. So lastly, I want to just talk about our refurbishment process, because this system went through our refurbishment process when it was sold from our inventory, and any tool that you would send to us for service can also go through it. It's how we put a 1-year warranty on anything that we sell, and it's how we guarantee that your system runs at original manufacturing specifications. We're going to take any system that we touch and break it down to the component level. We're going to chemically clean and electropolish all the metal parts. We're going to rebuild any component that can, which includes the valves, the motor, and the upright positioner. We're going to replace all the consumables such as the window, front seal, bowl seal, all the tubing. We're also going to relabel everything as I just talked about. And then as we reassemble and perform all of these services on the components, we're going to be performing QC steps along the way. So that way when we're done, we're able to film a video source inspection, upload it to the web, and you can view it prior to shipment. That's what we're doing right now, is performing that video source inspection. Okay, so I'm reaching into the chamber to feel the N2's purging and warm. It would have to purge and warm because if not, we'd be seeing some alarms. I inspect the bowl and I can see a couple droplets of water, which is normal. If you want to have a completely bone dry chamber, you can. You just extend your dry times, but it's not required. But what is required is that we have no wafer breakage, our cassette is warm, and the substrates are all dry. And that's exactly what we have here. All right, I'd like to thank you for taking the time to view our video source inspection for today. Again, my name is Daniel, and this video is filmed for Sitek Process Solutions. I'd encourage you to check out some more videos on our YouTube channel, which is probably where you're at right now. We also have a lot of good troubleshooting and how-to videos on there if you dive into our Sitek channel. And also please visit our website, www.sitekprocess.com. But most importantly, if you want to get in touch with us, just pick up the phone and give us a call at 916-797-9000, and to reach me directly, dial extension 2201. Thanks again for your time, and I hope you have a wonderful day.